In the shadowy halls of royal power, a storm brews once more. Prince Harry's latest move has set off tremors inside the monarchy, placing King Charles and Prince William in a deeply uncomfortable position. The stakes are high, the optics fragile, and the next steps could shape the monarchy's image for a generation. With tensions at their peak, Harry's unexpected olive branch could be a turning point, but only if it's met with grace and a measure of humility. Prince Harry's recent gesture for reconciliation has placed the royal family, particularly King Charles and Prince William, in a bind. If they reject his attempt at peace, they risk appearing vindictive or petty in the eyes of the public, especially considering the emotional weight of royal duty and the British military community's values. Yet embracing his offer without conditions might feel like capitulation, after years of public grievances and painful disclosures. According to royal insiders, the path forward hinges on a long overdue apology from Harry. He's got to clear a lot of bad air, one source emphasised, acknowledging that William, in particular, remains deeply wounded. On the occasion of William's 43rd birthday, it was noted that Archie and Lilibet are unlikely to be offered roles as working royals under his future reign, a sign of how deep the fracture runs. Still, with Harry on UK soil and involved in military-linked initiatives, the optics of ignoring his efforts may carry a political and emotional cost. The monarchy's long-standing bond with the armed forces adds complexity to this already volatile equation. And looming in the background, one insider warned, is a key variable in the drama: Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. As one source put it bluntly, there's an equation to this and the other half is Mrs. Sussex. An email invitation to the 2027 Invictus Games will be sent out later this month to King Charles and other senior royals, followed by a formal invite. King Charles is known to draw up his schedule up to 3 years in advance, so this would give the monarch the best possible chance of attending the event. The Duke of Sussex's potential olive branch could see him pictured with the royal family for the first time since the late Queen's funeral. The then Prince Charles, the Duchess of Cornwall, and Prince William attended the opening ceremony in 2014, so the fact that Queen Camilla turns 80 on the day of its finale seems irrelevant. The wording of the Invictus invitations has reportedly been approved by Harry, who is said to be giving the final nod on exactly who to invite from the royal family. Emails are allegedly being sent to private secretaries at Buckingham Palace, in a move said to mark the first time the Duke has reached out in this way, in hopes of reconciliation. Despite what could be seen as an olive branch by the Sussexes, this clearly places the king in an extremely difficult position, which is precisely what it is meant to do and probably why the venue was chosen. As Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and Invictus, also as head of state, he is a symbol of national unity. If Charles accepts, he would be putting duty above what obviously is a painful public rift between him and his family and the Sussexes. It will be argued that that is his job. In addition, the 2027 Invictus Games are set to begin at Birmingham's NEC on July 12, 2027, concluding on July 17th. The closing date is also Queen Camilla's 80th birthday, which could lead to a scheduling conflict. However, the king absolutely wants a relationship with his youngest son and with his grandchildren. Charles has an incredible capacity for forgiveness, and he wants to be magnanimous in all of this, and therefore there's certainly a possibility that the king might consider attending Invictus. As a parent is slightly different. He loves his son, but he's very hurt by what his son has done, and there doesn't seem to be any move of rapprochement. He made that silly comment a few weeks ago that he doesn't know how long his father has got. Meanwhile, it remains to be seen when the games are held in the UK in just over 2 years, if Harry will bring his wife Meghan and children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, with him. The Duke of Sussex allegedly faced delays when it came to procuring the official documentation for his children, in part due to his desire to use their royal titles in the passports. This couple was told that the passports had been delayed for their kids due to technical issues, so they reapplied through the 24-hour service that is available, only for the required meeting to be cancelled. The couple are said to have sent a legal letter that threatened to seek the data surrounding the issues, and the passports were finally issued just days later, 6 months after the process began. A standard passport application usually takes around 3 weeks in the UK. During the long process, Harry was reportedly so frustrated he even considered applying for the passports under his mother, the late Princess Diana's, family name of Spencer. Archie already had a British passport under the name of Mountbatten Windsor, but the new document would have used the name Sussex, along with his royal title of Prince and the styling HRH. This was a point of contention, a source close to the Sussex family claimed, as the king hadn't wanted Archie and Lily to carry the titles, most of all the HRH, and the British passports, once created, would be the first and perhaps the only legal proof of their names. Buckingham Palace strongly denied that the king or palace aides had anything to do with the delays in issuing their passports. It was also reported that Harry is keen for the children to have the Royal Highness styling, so when they are older, they can decide if they would like to be working members of the royal family themselves, or stay out of the spotlight. In conclusion, the invitation to attend Invictus represents a direct challenge to King Charles. Much will hinge on how he replies and what subsequently happens.